Dane in Real Life is such a good film. I had seen this before quite a long time ago, but I couldn't really remember it, and I'm watching every John Mahoney film. I'm also soon to be watching every Steve Carell film, so it was the perfect time to rewatch this, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. This was released in 2007. It's directed by Peter Hedges, it's written by Hedges and Pierce Gardner, with a cast including, of course, Steve Carell and John Mahoney. We also have Juliette Binoche, Dane Cook, Emily Blunt, Dianne Wiest, Alison Pill, Brittany Robertson, and various others. And Dan is a single father, and he and his children, his daughters, go to spend time with family. They are all coming together in this one house and spending a nice time together. And on his way there, he meets a woman in a bookstore. And it's a pleasant encounter. It's clear there's maybe a spark between them. And it seems like the relationship could be promising until Dan finds out something about her. And I could probably say what that something is. I don't think it's really a spoiler. It's kind of what the whole film is about. But I don't want to spoil it just in case. But what I will say is that there is something that means they shouldn't be together. But will they end up together anyway? And I'm not going to say, of course. I could maybe go into a bit more detail, but I won't spoil anything, as I do really recommend this. Also, the IMDb description does give away what that something is, so that's just worth bearing in mind if you want to watch this, but don't want to know any more detail. It's a really great narrative, really solid pacing. It has a lot to offer. There were maybe a few times when it felt a little slow, but the characters were always great and really interesting, so there was generally always something to keep me engaged. The characters are well written, they're believable, they're generally likeable, we have believable character interactions and some good dialogue. The locations are pretty good. Obviously, we have a family gathering. We're set primarily in the one place, but we do have some other locations here and there as well, just to continue to make it a little bit more interesting. The family dynamic as well is very believable. We have some good camera work, some pretty good lighting, some good music. There isn't really anything about this that I didn't like. On the one hand, it's an easy watch. It's quite an entertaining experience. But there are definitely a few moments that are maybe a little more emotional. It never gets too heavy, but there's a bit of a balance there, and I think they did a really good job with that. Decent story, well executed narrative, likeable, well written, believable characters with great performances. Visually it's good, with a nice range of locations, good camera work and lighting, good music. I have no complaints. I'm glad I had a reason to watch this again, and I don't think I'd ever actively seek out watching it a third time, but never say never. If I ever have a reason to watch it again, that won't be a bad thing. And for now, I'm very happy to recommend Dane in Real Life. I'd say it's a pretty solid film.